Hi.
Can I help you?
Yeah, can I have a dozen red roses, please?
Oh, hi, Johnny. I didn't know it was you. Here you go.
That's me. How much is it?
It'll be $18.
Here you go. Keep the change. Hi, doggy.
You're my favorite customer.
Thanks a lot. Bye.
Bye-bye.
It's time for VisualWood. It's time for VisualWood. I have a candle.
What is up, guys, and welcome.
Wow. How often does that happen when I'm not here, by the way?
What is up, guys, and welcome to the VisualWood podcast. Episode number 64. Like Nintendo 64.
Awesome. I just named the Audio Adventure 63. I'm one behind. Do you remember I told you this? I said that I'd always be one ahead and get it wrong one ahead, and then I'd get the rule in my head that, oh, no. Remember, it's -1, and then you get the right number, and then I'd start going under. Do you remember me saying that?
Yeah, uh-huh.
Well, we're there now, see? So we're now at 63 in my mind instead of 64. Last week was 63, was it, really?
Yeah, 63.
Okay, interesting stuff. Well, how you been, Matt? How you been another week?
You always make me second guess myself. I have to like look and like, hold on, is this 63, right?
Well,
we're doing
as
good.
long as we don't do like episode 63 like 4 weeks on the trot, it's fine. Right?
Yeah. Oh, that would be bad. Oh, we still have that on the dock. VisualWood episode 43.
43, really? Is that what it's named on there?
We still have that there.
Oh,
we vowed to never erase it. Yeah.
Oh, did we?
Yeah.
See, I don't even remember that. That was what? That was 23 weeks ago. That was half a year ago. Oh no, it wasn't. Wait,
so
was it?
No. It was last year when we started when we started VisualWood
the pod again. Yeah.
The pod again. Yeah.
We went down to the hour format. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty shocking to me because that was like a big part of VisualWood, but and it still to me feels like it was really recent, but I guess it wasn't, right?
Time flies by pretty quickly, doesn't it?
Time flies. Oh wait, that's not how the song goes. It's time passes, isn't it? So slowly.
Last week, you were supposed to tell me what you thought about the Ultimate Survival series. And we got sidetracked. Yeah, we got sidetracked. The Minecraft series.
Oh my god, what? I didn't even talk about it.
Yeah, you said it for a second and you just didn't. Yeah, we got sidetracked. Like we always
do. Oh my god, that was 2 weeks ago. Jesus. Okay, here we go.
Oh gosh.
All right, so the story here,
Brace
guys.
myself.
Two podcasts ago, it came out that Matt does indeed have, or publicly, I kind of knew about it already, does indeed have, on his second channel, secretly hidden, though apparently some guys on the internet managed to find it, right, which was kind of scary to you.
Yeah, a little bit scary.
He has a series where he was playing Minecraft. And we were kind of talking about it, and we were, just shooting stuff. And he basically said, "Yeah, I could have been a Minecraft LP." Now, for those of you not too savvy with YouTube and stuff, Minecraft was like the game. It was like the perfect formula game for YouTube, just as YouTube was like in the golden age of Let's Playing and kicking off the gaming side of things, in my opinion, anyway. And so a lot of people who got on that Minecraft bandwagon during those years, and it really was a span of years, blew up massively. One of the first things, I had watched Let's Plays before this, but one of the first things to ever get me into LPs on YouTube, and this is the same with Matt, I think we both have one of the very similar story, is a guy called David64YT, right? Matt?
Oh, sorry.
Wow.
Wow.
You may have to cut that.
My wife just texts me, "Are you fighting? Are you okay?"
Really? No way. Yeah, me and Matt had a fight before the podcast as well.
Sorry, I totally got sidetracked.
Wow.
We're just later. We were fighting about Reddit and the importance of Guild Wars 2 Reddit. Yeah, and we have like different views on how it is, and I get passionate when I argue, so it almost seems like we're like really fighting, and I do get irritated. That's for sure. And I did get irritated.
I was genuinely annoyed there as well.
I got him really irritated that I was saying that he was like, "Oh, I didn't hear you said that last time," and we just got in this whole argument, but because we're such good friends, it
Listen, guys, me and Matt have a problem, right? Where we have a discussion about something, maybe a disagreement or something. I think in general we're kind of in the same ballpark about Reddit anyway now. But we clearly don't listen to each other or something, because like I'll be like, oh, you said this, and I'll be like,
it could be me.
He'll be like, no, I didn't. or this is the more often one. He'll say, oh, you said this, and I'll say, no, I didn't, or I have no memory of it, or I'll say it went a different way than apparently I actually did, and it gets really annoying. Anyway. Yeah, wow. She can even hear my voice there, could she? No. She can't hear my. She only hear me because I'm loud. What? I'm like, rawr. I'm like, no, you said that Reddit was. Yeah. Oh, don't do it. Don't do it, because she'll come upstairs and she'll go, I don't think you should talk to Wood and Potatoes anymore. Okay, well, look, all right. So remember,
you were saying about what? About Minecraft?
Okay, so like one of the first things that got you into YouTube, one of the first like Let's Plays and stuff you watched was David64 YT, right?
Right. Yeah, he used to do this whole thing where he's like X1, X2, X3, and he like started. I think he used to do it every day, right?
Yeah,
a video every day.
He was a great example of a very early person that not only boosted himself massively with Minecraft, but the sales of Minecraft itself. And a lot of people ended up watching it, myself included. Yeah. Anyway, so it was a real shocker then to hear Matt say, oh yeah, I did a Minecraft Let's Play. And it was even more of a shocker to hear from him that you got, what was it, 60,000 or 40,000?
It was, the correct number is 48,000. It was on the first video, and then it like trickles down.
48,000 views. Like, that's a big video.
Yeah, and that was like years ago. That's when it was big and all that, and it got some traction.
So Matt never deleted them either, and it came out, and I'm like, damn, that's pretty big. I promised everyone on the pod I would watch it, which I did pretty much instantly after that podcast ended, and I'd give you guys a bit of a review on exactly what happened.
The cringy old Matt. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
So here we go. This is cringy old Matt. He had a bit more weight on him back then. There's no face cam, so you can't actually tell that. Dude, you had a totally different. Oh my god, I noticed so many things. Okay, so first of all, I'm sorry, I'm gonna be a bit mean to you here. You were a bit of a noob at Minecraft.
Yes, I was.
Just a bit of a noob. Now, this actually, even though it was a long time ago, guys, this was after hunger was a thing in the game. And, like, spawning skeleton eggs and stuff like that. So, you know, it wasn't like the early Minecraft days. Very interesting to me. But, yeah, you were a little bit of a noob. Matt was playing with a guy called Marcus. Now, Marcus was pretty cool. His microphone was a little bit on the bad side. But he was pretty cool. You riffed off of him super well, actually. He was pretty funny.
Yeah, he's a long-time friend.
What happened to Marcus?
No, I still talk to Marcus. He's like one of the only friends I kind of keep around a little bit, I guess. From the old days anyway. Yeah.
Well, damn. So what's he doing now then?
He's actually my ex-girlfriend's brother.
Really?
Wow. The story on that one would be great. I'm pretty sure a lot of you old podcast listeners know about the ex-girlfriend. Hold up. Marcus actually listens to this. Yeah, hey Marcus, how you doing? Well, yeah. Me and him are still cool. We play Smash and everything.
Yeah,
because he lives in Florida. Old friend, yeah. When I used to live in Florida.
Well, so yeah, it's great chemistry with Marcus. I liked Marcus a lot. It's like I say, you had a totally different laugh. I have it written here. Like, there's certain things Marcus would say, and I have never, ever, ever in my entire time of knowing you heard you laugh like that. It's so weird. I wish I could like give you a timestamp or whatever of the video, but it's kind of like a or something like, I don't know. I can't mimic it very well, but it's so crazy, dude. So here's the story. Here's what they did, guys. It wasn't actually like a normal survival series where they're just building a house out of mud and blah 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 blah. In fact, they forgot to build a house entirely. What at the very least, what they're doing is one of these survival maps where you have very specific goals and challenges, and the theme of this map is it's a giant tree. So you install a very specific texture pack, and so like if you were going to mine coal, normally on a regular texture pack, it's got like a grey stone around it, but on this texture pack, it's made to look like, you know, wood, and so you're still mining coal, but basically then the entire map can look like this really cool big ass tree. And so they had various things to do. The first thing they tried was to get to the bottom of the tree, because otherwise they would starve. At the bottom of the tree there is a bit of grass. You start about halfway up it. This is a huge tree. This is after, I believe, the verticality of the Minecraft map maps was increased as well. So it's a really, really, really arduous thing to get from the very bottom to the very top. And so they're trying to get down. The first few episodes, they start off really, really short episodes, and then they get a lot longer. Do you want to talk about that a little bit, maybe?
No, it's just strategy. Go ahead.
Bit of marketing genius there. So they're trying to get to the bottom. There's clearly monsters and stuff inside the tree. And Marcus, bless him, is like breaking in and looking at all of them and stuff. But Matt's just interested in getting to the bottom. So like I'm desperate for them to go inside the tree. For so long I want them to go into the tree. They never do in the end. Marcus did. But then Matt's like, come on, you got to make this big jump. And they make a big jump. They get to the bottom. And they realize it's swarming and swarming and swarming and swarming with mobs. There's a big painful cliffhanger at one point where they jump down. They try and build themselves like this safe little shelter against honestly like 100 mobs. And they have no armor, no nothing. They're just trying to put dirt down. Matt ends up sealing himself inside this 2-block open space, which is the smallest open space you can hide in Minecraft. Marcus dies. Matt tries to get out. Matt dies. They have kill counters on it as well, and then they're back up at the start. Then there's a big, like, cut, and they're like, all right, we're trying again. So this was clearly a different recording session. This time you take it way slower, and they decide that they're going to make this big house. The house is okay. It's kind of like a hovel.
You wrote down some notes. Notes.
Yeah. I'm giving them the full story here. We're about 2/3 through, by the way, right now, guys. It's kind of like a bit of a hovel. Marcus at one point is like, should we build it into the tree? This would be pretty cool. And they have a cool idea as well. They got it like they have like a leafy floor and stuff for a while, and it's all actually looking really cool. And it's like how I would have enjoyed it. And then Matt's like, no, I'm a little bit scared because this is like 1 block thick, or we're walking around on leaves. I want to get rid of it. So they just start hacking the hell away at everything. Make like this big box basically with an underground entrance in one of the branches of this tree, about halfway up. And then they're like, sweet, we're done with that. They find a floating island. This is how it ends. They find a floating island nearby. They get tons and tons and tons of wood. They're being chased by some skeletons that try to attack them. And then they build like a bridge over to the floating island. They go inside. They find a trapdoor. They go into a booby trap room that's filled with creepers and skeletons that should have spawned and stuff. They manage to disarm a couple of the traps. Otherwise, he doesn't get them. They get some redstone. And Matt, at one point, you're like, it's always useful to have redstone. And I'm sat there thinking, this series is never going to have that redstone be used. And then they sort of finished the floating island thing. They wanted to take grass back to their base, so they broke all of the grass. You're going all the
way. Okay.
Yes. So they broke all of the grass on the floating island. And I'm sat there thinking that's not going to work because you need to connect the grass blocks together. And I'm terrified that Matt's going to break all the grass and then they're going to lose it all. But then I think you luckily get distracted before you're finished. And that's pretty much where the series ends. It ends very abruptly. There is no finale. They never completed the survival tree. Ultimately, as a consumer of Minecraft LPs, I give it -5 out of 10. I was really disappointed, actually.
-5.
I think you were being carried by Marcus, really, and... No, it's good, dude. It was fascinating. It was actually fascinating to see you back in those other days. And here's what I wanted to end this little thing on as well, okay? Every video ends with an end slate. And these end slates show you playing Minecraft, Mass Effect, Diablo 3, and Dragon Age 2, I'm guessing. Okay?
Uh-huh.
Now, none of them have links on them, but are these actual series of videos that are on Matt Visual 2?
Oh, there were some series. Press Start started on that website on Matt Visual 2.
Okay, for another pod, can I maybe review a Diablo 3 video?
No.
Please, come on!
Oh my gosh, those are even more on the cringy side.
They're what you're linking to, though. I actually didn't find Minecraft very cringy at all. I just found it really interesting. I was like,
speaking about cringy, the room. No. So what have you been doing this week? It seems like you have a lot to talk about here. Whoa. I mean,
not really. Well, okay, all right. So I did have something I wanted to talk about.
Okay. Well, I guess let me start first because you've been talking too much.
Okay, all right.
I haven't been playing many games lately. I did read a couple comic books though. Okay. So I finished Batman, the New 52. I think I said that last time, but I also finished Spider-Man, Miles Morales, the ultimate
Black Spidey.
Ultimate Spider-Man Volume 1. I think it's I want to say it's the second series with him in it. But this is like the first reboot that they did for Miles Morales. So I'm going to tell you very briefly about how he gets his powers, okay?
Yeah, because I wanted to know this in a previous pod. Yeah.
Right. Okay, so in comes Miles Morales. He's from the projects.
Okay.
All right. He's, his parents don't have a lot of money. Okay. So they go to, win the lottery basically to go into a charter school, right? They draw names out of 700 kids. They draw the names of 40, right, to go to this charter school, which is like a big opportunity, especially when you're less fortunate.
Okay.
So Miles, remember, Projects Kid, also goes to his uncle's place, right? Because he likes to hang out with his uncle. His uncle is also he robs places. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nothing to do with his skin color, guys. Nothing to do with skin color. Okay. So he's actually a character called the Prowler.
Uncle Ben?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. This is taking place. Spider-Man is still alive right now.
Oh, there's still a real Spider.
Yeah. There's still a real Spider. This takes place in an alternate universe where Spider-Man dies. Peter Parker dies.
That hasn't happened yet, though.
You might have seen this in, I think it's a show that I watched when I watched Peter Parker die, or was it a comic book I was reading? But I remember seeing the whole episode of him dying, and I can't remember what it's from. Somebody in the comments will probably remind me where it's from. But they don't really show much of Peter Parker, but they do show after Miles gets his powers and everything. But what happens is his uncle goes to steal from Oscorp, ends up stealing a spider as well. The spider was inside of his apartment while Miles was in there. Miles gets bit by the spider.
Right, okay.
Okay. He slowly starts, he falls out, then he wakes up.
This, what is it, Liberty City? Isn't that what it's called?
Liberty City. No, it's not called Liberty.
Is that Superman's place?
No, it's not. Metropolis is Superman's place.
Oh my god, yeah, it is. What's Liberty City then?
That's a very sketchy neighborhood in Miami.
No, but one of the, I'm sure. Wait, what's? Oh, I don't have my keyboard with me. I can't redeem myself. I'm getting my keyboards. Wait a
minute. Liberty sounds like the newspaper for something. I can't remember what it was.
Liberty City.
What?
Oh my god! Wait. What
do you mean? Wait.
That's GTA. What's wrong with me?
Yeah. There you go. There you go.
What's Spider-Man's? What's his town then? I forget it. What is it? It's not just New York, is it? Is it just New York?
It's just
Manhattan or something, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, fine.
Fine.
Go on.
All right. So as we move on, he gets Spidey powers. He can do a shock. I guess it's like a venom strike, but he uses like electricity. It's something that spiders do. I guess. I've never heard of it, but I think I did hear about something on the Neo-Geographic. Anyways, that's besides the point. He also could turn invisible, camouflage himself.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And
it's like a venom thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Normally.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I don't know much about spiders.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyways. So he gets his powers, and he doesn't want them, obviously, because then his dad comes and says, "Oh, you need to stop hanging around with your uncle. Me and your uncle used to steal stuff.
Right.
used to steal stuff when we were young because we didn't have any opportunities, but I wanted to change my life, and your uncle's still doing your own thing. Yeah, you have one. And he doesn't say with great power comes great responsibility or anything like that. But what happens is his friend, which is like a chubby Asian kid, which is the only one who knows of his powers, goes to charter school with him and everything like that, tells him, "Oh, you have to be the Spider-Man. You have to be the Spider-Man," and blah, blah. And he goes out. He tries to be the Spider-Man. He does not like it. He's scared. He's frightened. He wants to be a regular guy because his dad was like oh my gosh, mutants, when like a couple mutants flew by when there was this big fight going on with Electro and Spider-Man or whatever. But he goes out there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So he's like, oh, I don't want to be a mutant. I don't want to be blah, blah, blah. So, he's having this inner conflict with himself. Yeah. And he goes out to help Spider-Man because he's having this big fight. And he gets there. Spider-Man dies because he's too afraid to help.
Does Peter Parker say very much to him?
No, nothing at all. Actually, he
really?
dies. Yeah, he just straight up dies.
Spider-Man die?
Yeah, you watch Spider-Man die.
How did he die?
I think they don't show it in the comic book, but from what I can remember, I think it was Electro. And maybe another villain as well.
Classic Spider-Man villain.
I can't remember. I can't remember what it was. But what happens?
This is really interesting. Yeah, go on.
Yeah,
does he take his costume and stuff?
Yeah, he does take the costume, and everyone's just like, "Oh, it's in bad taste. It's in bad taste. I can't believe you're wearing the Spider-Man. Isn't he dead? That's in bad taste." Even though he has Spider-Man powers, they're like, "Oh, this is obviously a different person." He should probably because he was using the Spider-Man costume, Miles, when he was going out there and fighting crime.
Yeah. So how do the average people know that it's not regular Spidey?
It's because he's dead. Everyone saw it. They had a funeral.
Oh.
Glenn goes up to him and says, "With great power comes great responsibility," blah, blah. Like, he tells the whole story about Peter, and she ends off with that. That his uncle told him that.
In the end?
No. Miles
that would be so bad.
Young. Very, very young. Oh, yeah. I only have volume 1, too. Like, this is the beginning, like, when he gets the suit and everything from S.H.I.E.L.D., Nick Fury and everything. But
Wait, go on. So what? He doesn't stay in it then? Everyone's like, it's in bad taste, so he gets.
It's in bad taste. Yeah, stuff happened, but I don't want to spoil too much. But yeah, that's how he gets his powers.
No. This is good. Comment. It's only volume 1.
We talk too much about Minecraft, and we talk too much about the comic books.
No, I like this. This is awesome. This actually sounds really good. I love the idea of him trying to pick up, figure out what Peter knew about the villains and the current arc that Peter was in the middle of, and picking up the pieces and getting vengeance for him, and like that's cool.
I think the Ultimate Spider-Man comic before this one might have had where he dies, but I'm pretty sure there is a comic that I've read as The Death of Spider-Man. Man, I can't remember. It's been years since I've read that. Years.
So wait, what's the deal? So this isn't like the New 52 stuff because it's not even.
No, this
DC,
is Marvel,
right? This is Marvel. So this isn't like a full reboot. So basically, if they got Ultimate Spider-Man going on, and they had like a story arc, and in Ultimate Spider-Man, he never dies. He just continues and goes on at normal. But parallel to that, he had the new Spidey stuff coming out, and he did die. And that's where Miles takes over. Is that basically what they did?
Yeah, but they did a play on it because Spider-Man does die in, I guess, some universe. I don't know the timelines necessarily, but there has always been a comic book that was The Death of Spider-Man that happened years ago, but this is like a play on that, I guess.
So they went back
alternate universe where Miles gets bitten and he continues the torch.
That's really, really, really cool. I like the sound of that an awful lot.
Other than like, I kind of like he's from the projects and everything is like the whole stereotype thing.
Yeah. So
I think it's kind of funny. Convenience in there a little bit, but it's comic books, and I just enjoyed the ride for it. Definitely, Batman was fantastic though.
So tell me something. Do you think that because he's black, it's a gimmick?
No.
And also, I'm wondering as well, because you are black. Hello. Does this mean? Does this mean like? Do you identify with him a bit more? Is that like a thing or what? Like if there was a British Spidey, I reckon I'd be like, oh yeah, that's badass.
It's funny. I felt like I had to give it a chance just because I'm black.
Right.
But,
okay.
Yeah, because I think it's something interesting because if you guys realize, this is something I don't like to bring up a lot because I don't care too much, but there's a lot of white males doing everything. Okay, all the Superman.
Static Shock, bro. That was a good show.
Yeah, yeah. See, yeah, and he got implemented into the comics, but still, like, there's not many black superheroes, and they slowly trickle in. You know, Green Lanterns trickled in. Nick Fury trickled in because of Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah,
and not every Nick Fury in comics are Samuel L. Jackson, which is, I think, is hilarious. But also, like, video games too. Like, all you see is just white males just playing everything, and you get like different, like, that's something I made fun of in Sunset Overdrive, because usually when you pick a black person, when you could create your own character, it's just a white person with a black shade on it. Yeah, you know, they don't look necessarily black. So yeah, it's funny that it's like when you realize, you step back and you realize, like, man, there's not really cool black main video game characters. There's not many of them at all. Like, you get like Gears of War people like Cole, like, oh yeah, I used to play football, Cole Train, baby, yeah, you know, like you get those stereotypes. It's like there's no good. It's the same thing with, you know, what women want in video games as well. They want like strong women characters. Yeah,
because it is easy to notice. Do you know if the black guy in GTA 5 is a strong character?
He's stereotypical as well.
Is he? I thought he was like actually. I thought he was like
he's
a banker or something.
Gangbanger guy. You know. Like,
oh, is he?
Yeah. Oh. Well, I didn't play it fully, but I don't really care about that. I liked San Andreas. That was pretty cool. But they do play on the stereotype. You're not gonna go to GTA. Yeah, you're not gonna go to GTA thinking that you're not gonna get a stereotype. They take everything in culture and they boost it up by 1 million. Yeah, that's what they do. Right, you're not gonna get something serious from that ever. Mm-hmm. You know, even though, I don't know, the last, you know, Nico was, I thought it was a good story, and it got serious in some parts, and they have a good twist with that, but yeah. I'm waiting for GTA to come out on PC, and then I'll play it.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. Hey, can I say something to you?
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, that's something kind of serious there. I'm ready.
Yeah, this is serious, okay? I've read a lot of comments about it, okay? I don't know anything about it at all, all right? Okay, and I can see that you've written something on the doc here, so I'm going to steal the win from yourselves. You're not supposed to say the X, Matt. Just say Hunter.
Oh,
come on.
Gosh. That's the reason why I put like 20 X's between Hunter and Hunter. I've been watching. I finished Hunter.
Wait.
Hey! Yay, it's my birthday. And I thought it was fantastic. But I was sad to realize that the manga wasn't that far ahead either. So the anime stopped where the manga stopped as well. There's like only a few like episodes after the anime stops, and I'm like, what is this? Are you kidding me? And
usually the manga goes on a lot further, right?
Yeah, exactly. But what, you know, something's happened. That's why they call it hiatus. Hiatus. You know, so but I think he's sick. I think the creator is sick, and he keeps going to the hospital, something like that.
Oh wow.
Yeah, something like that, and it kind of sucks because I thought I was gonna get to see, you know, the characters grow up and see, you know, how Gon, you know, grows as a character, because there's a lot of character progression in this series, and I thought I would like to see them not as kids and not with them little shorts on, you know. I want to see him more. I want to see more of him, and I can't because, you know, it's gonna be like what, years down the line before I see any new episodes.
That's like getting into Game of Thrones. It's good, but you're like, damn, now I have to wait years and years and years.
What is up with that? I keep thinking like, oh, have I missed Game of Thrones? And then no, it hasn't come out with any more episodes. What's up with that?
They do it yearly. No, it's not late. The next season isn't late or anything. It's the books in particular. George has taken an exponentially long time to write subsequent books in this series. Now, a lot of people say it might just be because the last two books were essentially the same time period, just incredibly complicated because it's just different focus on different characters during the same like period of time and whatever. But there's so many and stuff. But yeah, the guy's like writing an incredible amount. Like one book that he comes out with now is the equivalent of many, many, many books for other people, I suppose, or something. Anyway, yeah, that takes a long time. And so what now? Do you think that you'll be completely uninterested in Hunter x Hunter before it starts
I'm just gonna wait. I'm just gonna let it build up a bit, and then I'll go back and watch it.
Do the whole thing again, yeah?
Yeah, I've been catching... Usually I wait till things finish the season, but I've been like catching up on The Flash and Arrow because they had some really good middle season finales, and I've been catching up on that. Yeah. That's been pretty good. Really, really good. Really good as a TV show about, comics can get. Yeah. I know a lot of people are like, oh, that's overhyped. I've been hearing that way too much. Oh my gosh, it's so overhyped. Oh, Game of Thrones. Oh, Walking Dead, so overhyped. Oh, I don't watch those things because so many other people watch it.
You gotta stop hanging out with hipsters, bro.
I know. I've been seeing it on the internet. No, I don't hang out with hipsters. I have a strict law against that.
Wow, I'm a hipster.
I don't want to commit murder one day. So.
Oh my God! Wow. You said you said to me earlier that I've been doing a lot. I do want to say, man, I was going to say this right at the start of the podcast. I feel so, behind with GW2 stuff that's going on. It's unreal. People watching my channel will know this week I've posted, one video this week? Mm-hmm. It's so bad, dude. Tell me, I know this wasn't really meant to be a segue into Guild Wars 2 stuff, but tell me what you know about, you are the master for this podcast. I bow down to you. I feel like there is all this information I just do not know, okay? Because I didn't even see...
People hate me. People hate me.
What do you mean? What do you mean? What are you talking about?
There's always one thing that I will forget, and then I would say something wrong. I'm telling you, trust me, I'm not the pro.
That's the law. There has to be one thing you forget and one thing you say wrong.
Yeah. One thing I say wrong, and then people people kill me for it. Yeah, dude.
It's this weird thing though.
Sorry.
I definitely feel like there's this thing where it's when news comes... I'll talk to you about this a little bit off the pod. But I feel like news comes out and you really want to do a video on it very, very, very quickly. You want to get the news out. Right. You're pumped about it. You're excited about it. And it's just most beneficial. News is best when it's still new, right? So there's this big thing. I remember when the first live stream came out where we saw the adventure and stuff. I remember catching so many little things on that, just on my own. I didn't read anything online at all. I didn't look at anything on the community. I saw all this stuff. I saw the little jumping mushroom that was there. I saw the double burst skill. I guess a lot of people had seen anyway. Was a pretty obvious thing. I didn't see and you can catch a lot of stuff. I freeze framed it on the login screen. I realized what the name of the map was. All this stuff, I just figured out just off my own accord, looking through the footage and stuff, and very quickly too. And I was really proud of that. I was like, oh, this is going to be a cool video. I got a lot of cool little things here. But you put it out, and then everyone already knows that other stuff anyway, because the community finds it all, right? And it's this weird thing now where I'm and then all people can focus on is, oh, you missed Pop the Revenant, or oh, you missed this. I remember having someone left a very serious comment saying, oh, it looks like WP doesn't do as much sincere speculation as we do. It's well, yeah, you're the whole community. It's weird. So now I'm in this position, or I was in this position where I was maybe I should wait a day and then make sure I've seen everything everyone else sees. But here's my problem, and those of you who will have noticed, there's not much going out at all. I feel totally snowed under, dude. The frequent news is an amazing thing, and I feel terrible knowing I could have done a daily video for the past fortnight now, and I haven't. And because I missed that one day, I feel like there's tons of stuff. I'm just dropping the ball everywhere. I read this tiny little bit of information a few days ago about, how they broke the personal story and missed all those steps and just got rid of a whole chunk of the personal story at one point. Do you remember that happened?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then they messed up the order and stuff. There was a post on the forums, just an innocent little post, where they said, oh yeah, because we're doing the expansion, because presumably, I guess, voice actors for the player characters are coming back and stuff, we're going to re-implement all this stuff. This stuff's coming back. That was just a small little red post on the forum, but that's huge news. That's awesome. And I see that, and I'm like, no, I'm just crawling, just slowly dying away, and I'm all the way down here. And it's just the worst thing, dude. So,
I agree with you, man. I definitely agree with you. I get a little bit weird, and I almost don't want... I said this before. I don't want to do Guild Wars 2 news, but I love talking. I love talking, all right? And I love making jokes and having a good time, and most people like it. But some people are like, no. You have to get this, and oh, Matt, we already seen that. Oh, and it's just okay, what's the point of the video then? Maybe I shouldn't do it. It's so easy.
It's not that bad.
No, I don't mean it. Stop trying to make it serious.
So how about dem GvGs, Matt? How about?
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
Matt.
Welcome to the VisualWood podcast, where we piss off everybody for no reason.
I wake
where
up
Wooden Potatoes always has said, he says, I'm a noob at World v World, and says, I don't like GvGs and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
and he says these things and people just lose their mind. It's almost like people don't pay attention to what you're saying.
I wake up, guys, the morning after the last pod, and Matt was like, man, you are responsible for so much beep on my comments. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And he's like, just look. And I'm like, oh my God, everybody is like crazy. Dude, yeah, man, whatever. I think I don't like GvGs, but I even said it last week. I don't even really play GvGs. I hold my hand up. My opinion doesn't mean anything there. I accept it, but I still think it's stupid blob versus blob, and that's that's wrong with me. I totally accept it.
And people thought I agreed with you the whole way, like, oh, Matt,
you were like getting all down and dirty, dude. You were like, oh no, I won't defend what WP said.
I said, oh my gosh, and I was like, don't say that. And then people still thought that I agreed with you, and it's just the most amazing. Sorry, guys, we're putting you guys on blast right now, but it's just like, what are you guys talking about? Why are you guys freaking out about something so ridiculous?
Dude, it's amazing.
Let me just put the opinion out there real quick, guys. I don't hate GvGs. I don't think it will be an esport if it's a blob against a blob, meaning like if it's like 20,000 people against 20,000 people. And I did say that 10v10 in the stronghold mode might be pretty cool to see. That's what I said. That's what I said. The only thing I disagreed with was because I didn't think 20v20 esports GvGs people won't watch that. People don't watch the regular PvP stuff. Why would they watch a unoptimized laggy screen? No one's gonna watch. Okay, not no one. Some people will watch it. Let me not get all passionate.
No. The point that a lot of GvG supporters come out with is that I've never seen it myself, but people in that little clique of the community are very, very, very vocal, and they do say an awful lot that those live stream events are quite big, that, you know, especially compared to other stuff, they're big moments. But I feel like that comes down to the fact there are more participants, so the participants have more direct friends who want to watch it and are probably watching it themselves, and also those kinds of events are much rarer to see too. And they are not on Twitch with the frequency that Conquest is. I wholeheartedly do not believe it is a better game type for esports. I wholeheartedly do not believe it needs any more support than it currently has.
Let's stop there. Well, I think we should, like, I used to do this way back because people would get angry. And this is back when we used to talk about only like Guild Wars 2 and blah blah blah, because when you talk about only one thing, people tend to just get mad about everything. You're like, oh my gosh, you have an opinion? Holy crap. And
wow, you sound
I'm
like
gonna say, guys, it's just our opinion. It's just our opinion.
And
it
our
doesn't
opinion
mean
is better than yours.
things can change at any moment. Maybe the game gets optimized. Maybe a huge crowd comes up to Guild Wars 2. But right now, not even 1,000 people is enough to drive a community into esports. It has to be bigger. You need sponsorship. You need all these things. Yes, you see those you see those SPVP streams, right? They have sponsors, but those are like they're not. It's not giving ANET a lot of money. They're shelling it out because they're trying to push SPVP, but that's not big enough numbers. It has to grow into something a lot more. It has to get thousands, not just hundreds. Thousands, for it to become a thing. Once the community gets to that size, then more money will be poured into this esport. But until then, no, it's not strong enough. It's not. It's going to be one of those things that you just do with people who like to do that. You know, it's like I was about to say keg brawl, but no. No, it's just like
keg brawl's got some serious skill cap in it. Blah blah blah. I think it does. If you could actually,
I would love to play skill cap. Not skill cap. I would love to play keg brawl if it actually had you could like join with people and have teams and stuff. That was one of my biggest ideas when Guild Wars 2 came out, is to have mini games competitions. I wanted community stuff a lot of community stuff like that, but. You know, the only time we get to like do 1v1s like we did with the Dragon Ball Arena is like when we're on a private server. So, you know.
Yeah, when it comes to activities, yeah.
But guys, we love all you GvG guys. Me and Wooden Potatoes.
Look
so
at
don't
this damage
hate us.
control, guys. Look at this. I don't love you. No, you said mean things about me.
Yeah, they kind of did. They kind of did, and I am totally okay with you not apologizing, to be honest. Anyways, guys, so next, have you watched?
Well.
Yeah, go ahead.
Huh? Well, I was gonna say something I've been playing this week.
Oh.
Yeah. So I've been down in the little ball on the floor with GW2. Meanwhile, I've been playing some Dying Light, man. This new zombie game that came out.
I don't understand. How come you didn't invite me to your group?
Yeah, okay. Whenever I play like something co-op, Matt's like,
has something to do with the argument we just had, right? It's you just don't like me being around, right? I think that's what it is. Yeah.
Look, this comes up way too much. I think people are actually genuinely going to say, we should play something together like Divinity Original Sin or something. Because we mentioned during the week as well. Oh, and I mentioned this during the week.
Right.
Matt was like, "Oh, what? So you're not playing it with me then? No, like, what? We never buy and play games together anymore." And I was like, "Oh, what are you talking about? We played. Wait, what did we? We played Trine 2. We played Torchlight 2.
Games that we played
we played 2 years ago.
Yeah, when we're trying to get to know each other and develop chemistry and everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Interesting memories.
Weird question. What did your opinion on me change from 2 years ago?
No, here's the thing with me. I wasn't concerned about my opinion of you. I was concerned about your opinion of me. That tends to be how I am when I meet people. Really? Yeah. I'm much more concerned. Like I don't even think about whether I like someone else for like a while. I guess I'm more concerned about because the thing was I don't know. I'd already. So I don't need to see much to decide if I like someone or not. I'm not like I don't know. I'm not that judgmental. Maybe I sound it a lot of the time, but I don't actually think I am. So yeah, I really wasn't thinking about that, dude. I was more like, okay, do your best here.
Wooden Potatoes is actually a sweetheart.
No, I'm not. No, it's not true.
GvG guys, don't hate Wooden Potatoes. He's actually just a sweetheart.
It's not true. It's not GvG guys anyway. Here we go. The other game I was playing was... Oh, wait, I didn't even really talk... It's a good game. Dying Light is a good game. First-person parkour in it, it's bad. It's awesome, man. No, I haven't finished it. It's a huge game, too. I don't know whether it's just because the way I'm playing at the moment... Like, spending God knows how long just... like, you see a whole field of zombies, okay? Basically, the way that this game works, guys, is it's like a giant open sandbox thing. It's a bit like Dead Island. It's actually the guys that made Dead Island. They split away because their publishers were trying to make them do funny, stupid stuff a lot. And they wanted to do a bit more of a serious experience, as far as I understand. So they went off and made Dying Light, while some other guys are now making Dead Island 2 or 3 or whatever. I think it's just 2. They had... Dead Island, some kind of like expansion or something at some point, didn't they? Anyway, so that's what Dying Light is. It's like a big open world, run around, find loot, get perks, upgrade stuff, and play through the story and the side quests. And the one of the key mechanics of it is there's a day-night cycle, and during the day it's kind of like what's the game where you play as like the wrestler in the mall or whatever, and it's a zombie game. And you just get to pick up all manner of stuff, like trolleys and...
Dead... they just had a number 3 out for Xbox One. It was an exclusive. Yeah. Dead Rising.
It's Dead Rising, okay. So it's an awful lot like that, just very open worldy. But the key mechanic is there's a day-night cycle. During the day, it's a lot like Dead Rising, where... It's kind of relaxed. You will find dangerous stuff. If you make loud noises, really dangerous zombies will come that can also do parkour and climb around stuff, and they'll hit you very hard. So you got to be a bit on edge about what you use. How often do you use guns? How often do you use explosive things? But otherwise, it's mostly just zombies ambling about, and you can massacre them. And then there's when the night comes, it becomes a lot more like survival horror. There are these incredibly fast, incredibly dangerous, incredibly tanky zombies that will just hunt you down. And it's like stealth gameplay. On the minimap, you can see they have like cones of vision, and you need to hide, and you need to take the high road and stuff. And you basically need to find safety during the night. So that's like the main mechanic of it. And there's like loads of scavenging and crafting. And as far as I understand it, there's 2 whole huge cities. I've played it 16 hours or so now, I think. 16, 17 hours. And I think I'm like 11% done with the story. So it's a fairly big game, I would
Dang.
say, and I'm having loads of fun with it, like climbing around and yeah.
Oh
There's
my
all these mini
gosh.
quests that will appear, like there'll be survivors that you can go out and help, or there'll be planes fly through the sky and drop supply drops, and you've got to get to them. Or you'll find like police vans that you can try and use lockpicks on to open up. There's like houses that are all dilapidated but barred up, and if you can find the secret entrance into them, you find like all this incredible loot in there, and you can open these doors. And yeah, it's a cool experience, man. And I'm looking forward to going to the second place, which apparently is a giant city filled with skyscrapers and stuff.
I feel like I've been missing out with these recent hits lately. I mean, there haven't been many, but like stuff like that.
Well, I watched the Angry Joe review of Dying Light first, and he didn't really even like it that much. But I'm having a lot of fun because I'm not actually bored of zombie games because I'm a monogamer and I haven't played many of them. So, you know, it's all new to me.
Now you're branching out a bit, and things are suffering.
It's like, what is the world? Yeah. It means that nobody gets any GWT, right? 16 hours. I could have been making videos in those 16 hours.
Jeez.
Actually could have been.
Don't say that out loud. People will kill you.
Well, no, it's whatever.
Oh my gosh,
but
Potatoes, the holy Guild Wars 2 YouTuber.
damage control, though. I have also been playing a lot of X2. I have 2 videos prepped,
Right.
and I'm still going with it.
Not Guild Wars 2, but okay.
Yeah, it's not Guild Wars 2, but, you know, I think a lot of my,
this is so bad right now. All right, yeah.
Yeah, I don't care, dude. I think some of my biggest fans want the X2 stuff, and I'm there for you guys. Honestly, it's and I'm having a lot of fun with it as well. It's all back. It's in better quality. It's gonna be amazing.
Grimrock.
Anyway,
Grimrock.
Grimrock's
yeah.
done, bro. Grimrock's it's dead.
No, don't
It's
say that. Don't say
no
that.
Grimrock till 2017, when maybe they make another one, or they make a totally different game.
Grimrocks.
It's all right. Look, there's the new Tomb Raider's coming out this year. What's that other game that I really want to play this year?
Dude. Oh, yeah. I'm going to watch. Oh, I may play it. No, I'll watch it. No, I'll play it.
It's
I
Xbox
don't know.
One, so and you've got one. You could play it. And then there's Final Fantasy 15 as well.
Me doing a Let's Play? Oh, God. Okay, yeah.
Well, no, but you could. Oh, dude, what if it? No, it's not co-op. Damn it. Do you want to play one of the new Lara Croft and the Guardian of Light?
I would. That's one of the ones I sent you for VisualWood plays.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
If it was the old one, I played the old one.
No. There was a new one that came out when we were talking about doing another Let's Play. Yeah.
Well,
I think it's out already. Yeah, it's been out.
I think they're quite
already.
long games, but yeah.
It'll be pretty cool.
Anyway,
yeah.
no, this is not podcast talk. What?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and the other thing, obviously, we were finished on your channel was Astray, right? Like Astray, that's done now, right?
Yeah, that's done now.
And that
So
was the
now
last
we
podcast.
start Monstrum. Whenever WP is ready, whenever
Yeah,
he has time for me.
So I don't know how much people know about this. Monstrum just keeps dying. We did all these recordings. We found out we could increase our inventory space.
Right.
We threw a radio in a room and locked a monster in a room. We had all this really cool stuff.
That was such a good recording. Oh.
Yeah. But that was like the third one, wasn't it? That crashed.
Yeah, it crashed. Yeah.
It keeps crashing and we keep losing footage, and I'm like so demotivated with the game now. Like I'm putting videos out, and because I'm doing X2, it's not coming out on my channel anymore. But I did agree with Matt early this week that we can record
And then
some,
he
and it will start
disappeared.
going out on. It will go out on his channel. So so yeah, we'll totally.
Let's hope he
rock some
doesn't
Monster
disappear
out.
again, guys.
Hopefully, yeah. I mean, it all depends, right?
Yeah, it all depends. It all depends. Oh, we got a lot of stuff to do next week, huh? Early next week. Can we talk about that? Because they.
I don't want to talk about that.
Shin talked about it on. Oh yeah, that's right. Well, I guess Shin talked about it on Twitter. Anyways, disregard what we just said. You'll find out sooner or later.
Or you can edit it.
No. So speaking
God,
about
we did
cringy, right? See that segue from way back? I'm gonna bring it back now. The Room. So what about that room, man? What about
Dude,
that? What about this? Ooh, this was a sweet one, right? I thought this was a B movie, but no. This is way worse. This is beyond cringe. This is just
movie.
bad. This is
I'll tell you what,
Ugh.
dude. I've got to be 100% honest with you.
Uh-huh.
For the first 15 minutes of the movie,
Don't.
I was sincerely doubting in my mind whether I was watching the right movie and whether I had accidentally downloaded a porno, a really bad porno that was not the correct The Room. I was seriously like, basically this movie starts, guys. It's a terrible movie. I'll let Matt explain the plot. But it starts. There's like 3 sex scenes back to back, just like terrible characters coming in. And there's the third of these sex scenes starts with this woman. It's kind of hot actually. Like eating this chocolate off of this guy's chest, and they're like playing with chocolate and stuff. And there's like breastal nudity in this movie and stuff. And as this third scene started, I was really concerned I was just gonna start watching porn. And I was like, "Is this?" And I even messaged you on Skype at the time. I was like, "Dude, what WTF is this?
Yeah.
Am I watching The Room?"
Oh, it's that
what
bad.
The hell, man?
First of all, it's called The Room, so I don't get that at all. Because he was in the room, I guess.
It was in a room a lot, I guess.
In one room, yeah.
Oh my god!
There was one time where they were outside, so I don't know. So all right, so it's Johnny is a successful banker who lives happily in San Francisco townhouse with his fiancée Lisa. One day, unexpectedly, she gets bored of him and decides to seduce Johnny's best friend Mark. From there on, nothing will be the same again. That's the plot. That's the plot right there. So Johnny, this guy's a bad actor. I mean, he's
old and weird,
horrible.
And ripped. He's like
he kind of talks like Arnold Schwarzenegger a little bit sometimes. It's really
the lamentation of the women.
and Lisa is all of a sudden after 5 years, she's like, "Oh, I'm bored of him. I'm going to start seducing his best friend." And how do I explain this movie? Like, it's really bad. Like, it doesn't make sense either. Like, she will tell her mom, "Oh, I hate him. He's boring. Oh, he
hits me.
He hits." That's later on. Like, she was like, "Oh, later on, she gives him like something to drink, right? And then they have sex, right? And then she goes back to the mom, another scene with the mom. "Oh, he hit me. Like, wait, he hit me. Oh, he got drunk last night." Yeah. Like, it's just so pieced together so badly. And then she'll go and tell her mom, "Oh, you see, it's what I told you. He's a very good man. He really cares about Denny. He's a very caring guy." I'm like, what do you mean? You just said that he's horrible. You just said that
Well, that's just her being manipulative. That's
What do you mean to the same mother though? The mother's saying stay with him. The whole time she's saying, "Oh, he's the worst person ever. He's hitting me." And then all of a sudden she says, "Oh, that's what I've been saying this whole time. Oh, he's very good. He's very caring." And that's just weird. It just doesn't fit together. That she's all of a sudden changing the story, and then she goes back to saying that he's like the worst human being ever, and she keeps repeating the same thing. "Oh, he got drunk. Oh, he hit me." And when there's like no bruises, and she says it to her like her best friend, I guess, too as well. Like, oh my god, the one that you say is hot apparently.
So let me ask. No, well, it's not that she was necessarily hot. It's just the chocolate stuff was pretty hot. Let me ask you, okay?
Oh.
In very general terms. What happened in this movie? Put it very simply. What happened in the movie?
Okay. Wife gets really bored and starts to seduce best friend and
the best friend of the husband to be.
I'm trying to see if there's anything.
Please don't be scared of spoilers. Please, for the love of all.
No. Oh, you want like the full thing? Okay, well, wife.
Yeah, what happens in the movie?
I was trying to see if there was any meaningful thing to it, but there isn't. It's just bad. It's just bad. It's the wife seduces best friend's husband best friend. At first he's very like, "Oh, I don't want you," but then he lets her inside and they have sex, but then he's like really regretful, and then a second later he wants her, and then a second later he doesn't want her, and it goes like that throughout the whole movie, and at the end he just kills himself because
no, he doesn't kill himself. The husband kills himself.
Oh, yeah, the husband. Oh, okay. I guess I explained that wrong. Yeah. At the end, the husband kills himself because
he catches them.
Catches them on tape. on like a tape recorder that he like put on the phone, which is I don't know. He pressed play. He didn't press the record button, but whatever. Yeah, this little stuff like that just drives me nuts. It drives me nuts.
I feel like this movie, I never did any reading about it after I watched it, which I probably should have, but I feel like it was made to be bad. It's like, you cannot possibly make a movie that is this bad as a filmmaker, because there are certain things that it does very well. Like, it makes sense as a film. It at least knows how to have one person speak their dialogue and cut to another person and have them speak their dialogue.
That's the
and
very
it knows
basics.
how to keep the, that 180 rule where the camera always stays on the same side so it doesn't feel like the characters have swapped positions and stuff. Like, it keeps that kind of stuff. But then it does weird things like, it starts like overdubbing their voices. These are English actors speaking English. Well, the male lead isn't English. But what they do is in the middle of a sentence. We could fake this. We could totally. No, it's probably going to be too much effort. But what they do, all right, is they'll be talking. Hey, my name is Johnny. It's nice to meet you. That'll be the line of dialogue, and you'll see that the actor speaks this. But then after he gets to the word Johnny, he'll go, "Hey, my name is Johnny," and then his mouth's going to start moving, going all over the place.
Yeah.
But there's no noise coming out. No, there's no noise coming out. And then in the back, you'll hear they clearly just cut in post-production him saying the line again. Like, they're like overdubbing themselves. So it's terrible.
Especially
like,
during the scenes.
Constantly.
The long, drawn-out sex scenes. Oh, my gosh.
It's so bad.
He's like, it doesn't, the camera shot doesn't even make sense. And he's like humping. What is he humping?
Her thigh. Like, no, not even her thigh. It's like the side.
Yeah, what is going on right now?
When I was watching it, I was like, hey, these people are clearly not having sex. They're like, he's way too high up her body. Like, that is not where, a vagina is. It's not like located somewhere below the armpit. It's so bad. I was like, this is just not very good dry humping we're watching here. But it would go on for like 5 minutes. It's so bad.
I'm gonna have a scene in the beginning of this podcast, or at the end. Hopefully I remember. If anything, I'll like put it on the internet and link you guys to it. But there's this scene that sums up the movie. He goes inside the flower shop. And do you remember the flower shop scene? He goes in and he says, "Hi, how you doing? Oh, I didn't recognize it was you. Oh, I would like to get those dozen flowers. It just keeps cutting. The words just keep coming out like diarrhea. And he's outside of. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad. He was in and out in like 30 seconds. It was quick cuts. There was no break in between sentences. It was so nasty. So nasty. For someone who edits videos, it was so disgusting. They could have done a little bit better in that scene.
There's like no consistency between shots as well. Like, you can clearly tell that something was recorded. Like, they didn't do stuff in studios, like actual film. It's like someone's first movie that they ever made. So there's a lot of scenes that happen on the roof of this building, and so you'll see them sat down on these lounging chairs, presumably bathing in the sun or whatever, or talking to one another, and the screen will have a very certain lighting to it, because there's going to be a very certain amount of cloud cover out there that day, right? Then it cuts to like another person's face during the same conversation supposedly, and the lighting's completely different, and it was clearly recorded on a different day, and it's just disgusting. Like, the continuity editing in this piece is the worst I have ever seen. And I feel like it has to be a joke, because they get some things perfect, like.
No.
So it still works as a movie that you can sort of watch, but it's just the dialogue is terrible and cringeworthy. No one can act worth a damn. There were vague moments where I was like, this is kind of interesting. I wonder where it will end. But then it just ends in the worst, most cliche way ever. Like, it's like a 2-hour movie, or it's an 1.5-hour movie, and about halfway through, I'm thinking to myself, okay, this is really bad, but someone was impassioned by this project. Someone had a story to tell. What is the story that they want to tell? Maybe there's going to be an interesting ending. They're setting up this whole thing. It's entirely about this woman who's bored of her marriage and just want me. I'm just going to use these people however I like. So I was like, okay, maybe we'll have maybe she'll end up killing herself and it's supposed to make us think. Maybe they end up together and, it's a bit of a shock twist or something. What is the story they want to tell? But no, it's the most arbitrary, cliche, rubbish thing.
Just kills himself.
And we're supposed to feel sad. It's supposed to be some kind of tragedy, and then she's left.
I feel sad for Denny, the very creepy.
Denny was the most useless character ever. See, for a while as well, here's what I thought the movie was trying to do, Matt. I thought what it was trying to do was it was going to set up that she's cheating, and she's cheating with the husband's best friend.
Right.
But there are a lot of other people she could have been cheating
with.
She
Denny.
had, the guy had the information that perhaps Denny liked her, so maybe he was the one that they were cheating with. And then there was the psychiatrist character that could have perhaps been cheating because he didn't want to talk about it. I thought maybe it was going to be that, like the setup of the movie was, who's my wife cheating with, and maybe he even picks the wrong guy a few times, and that's where the drama comes from. No, it's none of that. There's nothing interesting about it. It's just this guy that shoots himself in the head, and that's the end of the movie. And like, there's these random plot points they throw in here every now. There's probably the best bit. The best actor in the whole movie was in the movie for about 45 seconds. At which point he held a gun to a character's head, and because he wanted money for drugs.
Right.
But that story didn't go anywhere.
and that's saying something. The best actor in the movie, because he was still pretty bad, but his yelling was convincing, right? And that whole scene after they pulled away the gangbanger from Denny, like, which they'd never mention ever again,
it's a completely drop point.
It's like it's so weird with the mother and Lisa yelling at the kid, and it just cuts so poorly.
What have you been buying, Denny?
Where have you been? Where have you been buying, Denny? What are you doing? How could you do this, Denny? Oh my gosh, what are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, how could you let this guy into your life? Oh, it's just like, oh, oh my God. I almost cut it off and say I watched it. I almost, because it is bad. And I heard, I was talking to Super Bunny Hop about this like a few months ago when we were watching a couple bad movies. And a good B movie is Samurai Cop. That's a good B movie. This is just a bad movie. And I heard that he just came to America and he just wanted to make a movie, so he did. He had money to do it.
Wait, what is this? The Room or Samurai Cop?
Oh, no. The Room. The guy. The main guy.
Okay.
I think he was just like, he was rich and he just wanted to make a movie, and he made a movie. And
so he starred in his own production as well?
Yeah. I think that's what happened.
Oh, if that's the story, then there's no way this was ironic. Wow. I hate that. Like, the one thing that really ticked me off is none of the guys' suits fit them at all in the entire movie. They were all way too big and baggy and just terrible.
Oh, he's a director, writer, and everything, right?
Oh my God.
Oh, you didn't know? Okay, yeah. He's a director and writer. Yeah.
Well, okay. Look, I mean, we've talked a lot this week about stuff. What's your suggestion for next week?
I think I suggested The Room, didn't I?
Is this a typo?
Well, I didn't suggest The Room, but I picked a comment, and that's what we did. You want to dive in to the comments again? And
for another suggestion?
What do you want to pick? Let's pick one.
Do you want to go for another terrible movie? I kind of do.
You know what? We could. You know what? I haven't watched all of Samurai Cop, so let's do that. I talked about it
Samurai Cop.
Yeah, we talked about it like I've mentioned it like 20 times. So let's just do it. Let's just do Samurai Cop.
Okay, all right. Okay, Samurai Cop.
And Samurai Cop. I think Samurai Cop 2 is supposed to be coming out this year too. Yeah. Okay. So that works. That works.
All right. I'm down for it. That sounds good.
Oh, it was on Kickstarter. What? It's on Kickstarter. It was funded.
All right, well, guys, what?
It was funded.
Oh, and
Samurai Cop 2 was funded for $62,000. The pledge goal was $50,000.
Wow.
I kid you not. Yep, Samurai Cop. There it is.
Jeez.
We're gonna watch Samurai Cop. Oh, this is gonna be a good one. Now this one is gonna be funny. This is a proper B movie. Forget what you know about I, Frankenstein. This is a proper B movie right here. Fantastic.
I, Frankenstein was like pretty big budget though, right? It was just banned.
Okay. By the way, one more thing about The Room. There is this really awkward scene inside of the coffee shop with cheesecake. Did you realize that? Everyone kept ordering cheesecake, right? It was this long, drawn-out scene about two other couples in front of them ordering cheesecake and water.
Yeah,
and then they ordered cheesecake. No, I don't think they ordered cheesecake. But when the woman came up to them, they're like, "Oh, would you like cheesecake? It's really good. It's really good." I'm like, what is wrong with them with cheesecake? There's like cheesecake everywhere. Is that something that he just wanted to throw in? Does he really love cheesecake?
Yeah, maybe we just, dude. I wouldn't put it. If that's the story of how this movie came about, maybe the guy just liked cheesecake. The writer just liked cheesecake. He was like, screw it. You notice how like pretty much every single like establishing shot and transition from scene to scene, like through time, was always the Golden Gate Bridge. Like there was a million shots of the Golden Gate Bridge, panning left to right, right to left, left to right, right to left. Wide shot, closer up, maybe same stock footage, just zoomed in a little bit more. Always the Golden Gate Bridge. It's like, hey, or trams on the roads. Trams were the other one. It's just like trying to punch you in the face with, it's San Francisco, please notice. Okay, we're done.
Also in that scene, he says, "How is your sex life?" Just like randomly, how is your sex life? Is that something you ask your friend? Do you go to lunch with your friend or your brother, for instance? How's your sex life?
I like lunch and just say, yeah, how's your sex life?
So how's your sex life, WP?
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Non-existent or?
Do you want any cheesecake?
Amazing. Well, there you go. There you go. There you go. Now cheesecake is another word for something else.
Oh my god.
Okay. Yeah. So we are.
Well, no. Huh? I suggest we skip this and instead do this. What do you think?
Skip what? Oh.
We don't talk about these topics, but we do talk about these topics, and then we go to these.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. So let's do the audio adventure.
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
Way audio adventure.
Yeah.
So this week it was me. Bit of a story about this. My sleep schedule's been way off. And so I've been awake during the days.
Okay.
Well, I'm trying to sleep through the days, but I can't sleep because of something. So I got my dear stepfather to help me out for this one.
Ooh.
And you'll hear his voice in this recording as
wait a minute, stepfather? I didn't know you had a stepfather. I just thought you just had a dad.
Well, there we go. Really? I've talked to you about this, dude.
Maybe. Oh, here we go again.
Don't worry, it was a long time ago. All right, so anyway,
it was
here we go.
probably a long time ago when I was asking you about your family and I was trying to pry into your personal life, and I totally forgot now. All right, so I'm ready. I'm ready. We ready? I'm ready. We're going. We're doing.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, Leon. Can you actually do it on something?
Really?
Is there anything you can actually put it on?
Yeah.
Alright. Oh yeah. Okay. Beautiful.
Oh yeah. That random oh yeah. Okay, so you obviously went to your stepdad, so I'm gonna assume it's he's a handyman and he has a tool that you're asking him to use. Am I around that same area?
I don't know, maybe.
Maybe. Don't you give me that.
Do you want to use one of your guesses?
To get a I see how answer? It is. Okay, all right. So is it some sort of tool?
Yes.
Okay. You said I'm going to put it on something. It sounds like something that's spinning. It has to be something that's spinning. So
Is it?
Is it like a sander?
Oh, screw you, man. Yes, it's a sander.
Oh,
dude, we've been sanding constantly. Wow, we've done really easy ones lately.
It's not easy
the last
ones.
one I
I'm
did,
just
you got
good,
really easy.
Baby, I'm just good.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, it's a sander. We stripped all the paint off of everything, and we've been sanding all the surfaces down and stuff, but it's obviously people...
That's right, and I totally forgot that you were... Yeah. Every time we couldn't record, oh, yeah, you hear that? Is all that sanding?
Dude, yeah, it's so loud and annoying, and I was like, okay, I need a noise. This has been a noise of my life the past, 2 weeks. Let's do it. So yeah, we just randomly started sanding something a second ago. Yeah, wow, that was pretty brief. There you go, that's the audio adventure. I guess it's back to you now.
Well, guys, let me know if you failed on that, so I can laugh in your face, because,
wow.
Mean.
Maybe it was like a saw or something. Why didn't you guess like a saw?
A saw?
Yeah, like an electric
it sounded
saw.
like it was spinning. It didn't sound like a electric saw.
Yeah,
it would have like
it would have
a I don't know, a sound effect of something moving back and forth, because that's how saws go. I've been around a lot of tools. My stepdad was a handyman, so that's kind of how I kind of know. Even though he didn't have one of those sanders, those pro sanders. We had to do it with, like everybody else. You go to get some sandpaper and do it with your bare hands.
Oh, dude, I hated doing that as a kid. I hated
it too. I absolutely hated it.
Worst thing in the world. All right, so we'll go on to the questions now for the end of the pods. Remember, everyone, you can leave a question specifically for the podcast. We do look at all of them, and we'll check them each time. So luckily, we had quite a few here. I picked these. Did you check them?
No, I did not. I didn't even know that you picked them.
Okay, well, the first one here, I see our Visal says, "The hell was wrong with the ending?" Last podcast. I went back and watched that earlier, and I must say, I have the same question for you. What the hell is that? That wasn't a real advert, was it?
Yeah. It's an advert for it's a new one, Strife. It's a video game that uses kind of like old, it looks like Doom, not necessarily Doom, like the old 3D.
It does look kind of doomy,
yeah,
right?
like old
Quake, maybe.
Yeah, kind of like Quake-ish, And I didn't look too much into it. I was watching two best friends play it, and it was always interesting to hear those guys like banter with each other. And it was a Kickstarter campaign for it, and they made that commercial for it. So they're doing like the over the top, the same thing that they did for Super Adventure Box, the over the top 90s, 80s live action video game commercial. And that's what came out. And I think they kind of got a certain vibe, especially from Freddy's new video, Freddy Wong. They did something like that as well with the Capri Suns, where these kids go. Don't you know the Capri Sun commercial where the kids kind of warp into like this gray goo? You ever seen that?
I don't.
All right, in the States, there's these drinks, these pouches called Capri Suns, and every time a kid would drink them, they will turn into this like liquid silver, and like speed across like, I don't know, the neighborhood, right? So what happened in Freddie Wong's videos that they did that, and like 3 kids did that at the same time. They flew to the park, but instead when they came back into like a solid, they were all connected together, and they created like a monster. And it was very like gory. Yeah, it was very gory and stuff. Yeah. Well, yeah, this is the kind of same thing. Like, oh, Strife, it's so amazing. It'll blow off your head.
I think it's a great advert, If it wasn't for prissy people who would be upset because they just watched someone's head explode.
No, I think it's more because it's a kid. It's a kid. That's a new thing that's been going on. Kids kind of doing these like very gory stuff lately.
And then the mother comes in and starts trying to like put it back together and stuff. Like, what the hell?
Oh, that's the best part, dude. That is the best part. It's like, why did you do it? He was just a boy.
And in the background, you see the other guy getting on. Wow. Yeah, no, it made me want to play the game though. So yeah.
Yeah.
I want buckets of gore slapped at me because it's so high intensity action. But yeah, so that was the end.
So I guess
Matt
we will never know how your
explosion.
real face looks like because it's gonna be blown off.
Yeah, because of the explosions and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Bellfire51 said, "What's the most anticipated thing you ever waited to happen but never did in the end?" Now I'm almost 100% sure this person's talking about Guild Wars 2, but I am thinking we can maybe open it a bit more than that.
Right.
I have an answer preloaded here as well. It's cocked in the gun. It's ready to go.
All right. I was gonna say, I guess this is an answer, but Kingdom Hearts 3 was one of those things where I was just like, I really wanted it in my life, but it wasn't gonna happen. Though? But it was announced recently, so that doesn't really count. That doesn't really count. But yeah, you go ahead with yours as I think of one that's recent.
Well, video game wise, that is very recent that made me sad, and I don't know whether. Because this has happened a few times. I don't know whether they're just renaming it or something. But The Last Guardian, again, was totally dropped very, very recently.
Well, it's still in development. So that's also one that's like,
Is it though? Because
did you
see, like, incredibly recently? Like,
last
week?
Incredibly recent, like last week, yeah. What happened is it broke the news that Sony had a little bit of problem with, they forgot to like renew their copyright for the name The Last Guardian. So they had to fill in the paperwork, but then they emailed all the, Kotaku and Joystick and all these people, all the news outlets, that they are currently working on it. It's just in development hell at the moment. But yeah.
Another video game related-ish one, the Halo movie. Depressed me that it never ended up becoming a thing.
Well, you still got District 9 out of it, though.
I'm still not that. I'm not that excited about it anymore. But man, I wanted to see that. Do you remember like those live action things they did for the release of Halo 3, where they were like real phantoms and stuff, and all these? Oh my god, it looked so good, and I desperately wanted the Halo movie, and it was going to be Peter Jackson for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Never happened. Good Hobbit movies was a very big thing I was anticipating, but never happened in the end.
The stabs. The stabs.
Yeah, I don't know. There's been a lot of stuff, I'm sure, that just never... All my hopes and dreams and aspirations.
Yeah, I wonder. It never ended up happening. What do you...
Come on, there must be something. Must be something.
When I think about Guild Wars 2, I think about mounts, and that would never happen. So yeah, there you go.
Well, I think precursor scavenger hunts.
Yeah, that's the first thing that came to mind when it came down to Guild Wars 2. But it's happening, so that's confirmed. Like that's coming.
End game content. That's difficult.
Never thought it would happen, but it's happening now. Yeah, living story for life, son.
Jesus.
Yeah. Well, I guess. Yeah. I guess Kingdom Hearts was one of the biggest ones. But yeah, I guess there were a few out there that I've been thinking of. I can't remember them at the moment though. Yeah.
All right.
There you go.
Well, fair enough. I think we've given it quite a few answers.
Yeah.
Arutha Silverthorn then says, do you think it would be a good idea for them to block experience boost on the Revenant for a couple of months, no using terms of knowledge or writs of experience until after people get to experience the new content or leveling system with the Revenant normally?
What you talking
Matt
about,
would
Willis?
definitely say no to this. Matt would, yeah, there you go.
What you talking about, Willis? They want that money.
Maybe we should
want
just
that
leave
money,
that
son. They want that.
What do you mean?
They want that money.
What if they block it, but then on the gem store put instant level 80 for 400 gems?
That's too cheap gems. For instant level 80. I would probably buy 4, it, to be honest.
4,000.
I'll buy it.
You'd buy an instant 80 Revenant for 4,000 gems?
Well, I mean, I already have a lot of tones of knowledge, so I can probably just do it by myself.
But they lock them out. Do you know how much rage that would cause? I wonder, right?
Oh, I see what you're saying. You lock them out and then put that on the gem store.
Yeah.
That would be some grimy stuff.
What do you think the most enraging thing they could do for the release of Heart of Thorns would be? Like the worst thing they could possibly do. And it can't be you just give a massive number for something. It can't be they charge $600 for the expansion. No, it can't be something like that.
Right.
Maybe people should leave that in the comments and we'll talk about the best one next week.
The worst thing that they will do is that you will get the expansion, but they lock certain content inside of the expansion for the gem shop. That would be the worst thing they could do. One of the worst things. There's a lot of bad things you can do, but if you
what about level 90
going to Maguma
for 5,000
Jungle?
gems?
Yeah, go ahead.
What about level 90 for 5,000 gems?
Level 90. So no one else unless you buy it? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Ooh, and then you actually get a stat boost from it too?
Yeah, you get a trait each time. Yeah, you get stats and traits. Yeah.
Dude, oh my gosh. There's so many builds that would be so good if I had an extra 10 points. Or extra 2 points now. Anyway.
Yeah. PvP mastery track that increases damage dealt to enemies in Conquest and Stronghold, advanced through spending gems.
There's a lot of things you could do. Just tons. Just, oof. Things that just... did we really answer? We didn't answer the question. I don't want it. I don't know if I necessarily care too much, but I don't want it. I want to be able to level up my Revenant. I don't know yet if I'm going to just boost all the way up. I might. More than likely, but I don't know. I like to keep my options open.
Yeah,
especially at the end,
too many...
when you're level 70 and you just want to get that extra 10 levels. Yeah, go ahead.
I don't think they should do this. I think it would enrage people way too much. I personally, I would have fun leveling again, but I think more than enough veteran players are done with leveling. One thing I will say about Guild Wars 2 that I do think is true, I think it gives you level up times too easily. Maybe that's just my experience though, because I've got quite a few of them.
Yeah, I got quite a few as well.
Yeah, especially like with the login rewards and being able to choose so many, you know, just like at the end of the month if you really wanted to. Like you can get them very, very, very easily, but then maybe the whole point is Guild Wars 2 is not supposed to be about the 1 to 80 experience whatsoever anymore, or you know, so because the experience is supposed to be the same anyway, right? And that was always the idea, and it is in line with their philosophies that they've always had. So yeah, I don't think they will do this. I think it would cause massive rage. I think enough people now want the convenience over re-leveling, and though I do think if people were forced to re-level, they would probably understand the Revenant a lot more. I think we're going to see a lot of terrible Revenants, like a lot of really,
I'm
really
totally
bad
fine
ones,
with that because I'm just going to kill them all.
Instant 80. Yeah, they're going to instant 80, and then they're not really going to know very much about the class. It's like I whenever I boosted a class, even like Edge of the Mist or something, I never really understood very much about it. But I've got ideas, man. I've got that full Nomad set, Ascended Nomad set, and they've revealed that Taunt is a thing in the game now. Like I could have done a whole video on the fact that Taunt is a thing. That's going to be huge. I may actually have a King Jarlis Ironhammer Revenant Nomad tank. Pure Ascended, all the best food. Oh my god, I'm ready for it instantly. So I may now, I didn't want to before, but now knowing that, I may make a Revenant and level it to 80 much quicker than I originally thought.
Oh, it's probably, I don't know. I really like the mechanics for the class. I like the constant switching, the constant thinking, being able to switch they only announced 2, but there's going to be more. Being able to switch your legends depending on what you're going up against. I love that. I constantly do that on all my characters to try to see what other builds work, how the builds work, and this is like, it's like build diversity heaven, you know?
Yeah, in theory, yeah,
in theory, yeah,
cool.
Absolutely. We haven't played it yet, but in theory, I want it. I want it so bad because this is exactly what I've always been wanting, is something to feel different all the time, and this feels way different than any other class. It may be too different that the old classes look kind of old, but of course the specializations, the specializations are gonna get the new boons and status effect and condition, but they're not gonna have it in their regular like loadout, you know, their regular traits and skills and stuff. It's gonna be a little bit weird to see how that works.
What the mix and match is going to be of specializations to non-specialized characters.
Right.
I love the idea of this Revenant tank who's like a debuff tank that inflicts slow on all his enemies around him and keeps them all paced down, keeps them close to him, keeps them CC'd, drags them back in with Taunt.
Oh, I'm excited for Control to be like a thing. Yeah, I know, yeah. Man, it's been missing.
I may start playing Chronomancer or Mesmer or whatever it ends up being if they end up getting like, because they're obviously going to be using a lot of slow and stuff.
Yeah,
surely, right?
The shield already has a slow. That's already confirmed, so that's gonna be pretty cool. Oh man, this is gonna be fantastic.
There you go. See, I didn't know that. When was shield having slow confirmed?
What? It showed it on a trailer. It showed it.
Oh well, yeah, I guess. Okay.
It showed it on a trailer. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. But is that speculation or confirmed?
I mean, I would think that it's confirmed.
I'm looking forward to the anti-time.
This is where it happens.
Well.
This is where it happens. Matthew says something dumb, but on the trailer there's a slow, and they mentioned slow as a new condition, right? That's from what I remember.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
So you know, oh my gosh, second guessing myself. It's I'm telling you, it's slow is one of the Mesmer skills. All right.
Okay, I got a weird question here next.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. All right, cut all that as well. Okay, the next one is from Tech427, who says, "Oh, I have a question for you two. Can you guess what the other one's favorite animal is?" That's what we're gonna end the podcast on.
Well, there was a cut there.
Tech427, come on. What's the answer?
Okay, hold up.
What's my favorite animal, bro?
What is your favorite animal?
Yeah.
Badger. I just threw
badger.
I just threw it out there. What is your favorite animal? We have never talked about animals that much. Yeah, you mentioned that you have a dog, but nothing else. You never say, "Oh, I love my dog," and you don't necessarily like pet it when you're on the call or anything, so I'm assuming it's not a dog.
What are you talking about? I'm petting it right now. See?
Yeah, whatever. Make it bark. Whoa! Check that out, guys, ladies. There you go.
Okay.
Okay, let me just pick one. Bunnies.
No, not bunnies. I'm sorry.
Dogs.
I'm sorry. No,
Cats.
not dogs. No.
Badger.
No, it's like a pet, bro. As a pet, my favorite animal is a chipmunk. Chipmunk would be my ideal pet. I think they're cool.
No, it doesn't
cool
say pet
pets.
on this question. It says favorite animal.
Yeah, I know, but you're saying pets, bro. Like,
A bunny is a pet? Well, I guess, yeah, it is. Bunny. Some people have
bunny's a pet.
But
Come
you're like
on.
trapping it in a cage. It can't move and spread its
Hey,
legs.
I didn't say it was humane.
Oh, okay.
I like the idea of getting a bunny pet and making it so fat it's like its body's like on furs pressing through the wire on the cage.
Oh. Oh, gosh. It's a terrible image. So, what is your favorite animal? What? You said
I don't really have one, I guess. Stoats.
guinea
stoats are pretty
pig,
cool.
hamster?
Oh, if they're like the really big ones.
Guinea pigs
yeah.
are the big ones, yeah.
Apparently they're quite tasty as well.
Oh, okay. So you guess what my favorite animal is?
Lion, bear.
Whoa. Whoa. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Did I get one of them?
Well, yeah. What? One of them. Oh, yeah. I do. I kind of do like lions and bears. Actually, that's kind of.
There you go. See, look, you got to go for badass pets.
What the heck?
Snake.
No. Don't like.
No,
snakes.
not snakes. I don't know how. Tarantula.
No. No.
What else is a really cool pet? Jaguar. What about like the big cats? Do you like the big cats?
The big cats, the fat cats. Jaguars. I like the car.
Like cheetahs. Do you like rhinos? Hippos? Alligators?
I like rhinos.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know much about
it?
them. Do they have rhinos in zoos? Do they have rhinos?
Maybe. Rhinos are like notoriously disgusting though for marking the territory. They like windmill their little tails while they're pooing, so it like sends it everywhere. Like everywhere, and it splats all up.
Oh, I think I saw like of a camera, not a camera, footage,
Giraffe.
a footage of a pooping hippopotamus, and it was like everywhere with them wagging their tails everywhere as well. It's nasty.
Diplosaurus.
Mhm.
No. T-Rex.
Oh, what T-Rex?
Woolly mammoth.
We're naming dinosaurs? What, in anticipation? Are you talking about our new sponsor for the end of the podcast? Yes.
Whoa!
Oh, Jurassic Park.
3.
Chris Pratt actually reached out to me on Twitter, direct messaged me, and then he said, why not, talk about my new movie, Jurassic Park. Jurassic World.
Okay, so Matt, you're going to be in Jurassic Park, Jurassic World.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to be one of the black guys that die really early in the film.
Okay, yeah, well, that was kind of a given, right? But, I mean, do you want to explain a bit more about what your character does before that moment?
Okay, I'm going to give you a line, okay?
Okay.
Ah! That's it. And then I get squished. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah,
So
that was
when
good
you guys
acting,
are
right?
watching that
Hopefully my
movie-
wife doesn't barge in here thinking that.
Are you still arguing?
Yeah, yeah.
Did he attack you?
Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed.
Wait, what was your answer? What was your answer?
Yeah, I like lions and bears. A lion is one of the
Wow.
first ones that came to mind. But I don't really have I don't know. I feel weird picking favorites. I like stuff. It constantly
me
changes.
too. Yeah. I was looking at some World War I propaganda, German propaganda depicting the Allies, and it had England with all of its colonies and stuff, and had a guy, like a big British guy, wrangling lions, and lions were like spread across the world map, like at each of our colonies, like over the Falklands and stuff. It was really cool. I was like, damn! But lions is too obvious for British people, so yeah, I went a bit hipster.
Oh,
anyway,
really?
there you go, yeah.
Anyways, guys, we'll see you guys next time.
Bye!
Yeah.